Of course, I'm back. You miss me. Hopefully. Yeah, I could easily get on here and just watch highlights and be like, oh, okay, act like I know what happened from the highlights. I don't like that. I haven't watched a lot of college basketball this year, which is why I haven't uploaded. But if I watch the games, of course, I'll get on here and talk about it. Ignore my collar, it's a little bit weak. Nick can't even pop his card. It's an old white tee, but cool, whatever. This is Arkansas versus Ole Miss in the SEC semifinal tournament game. A hell of a game, went to overtime. I haven't seen a Chris Beard coach team since he was at Texas. Like I said, I haven't watched college basketball in a minute. And honestly, watching the game, it was surprising to me because I'm looking like, oh, AJ Storr? I didn't even know that was like, he plays for Ole Miss now. I'm used to him being in a Wisconsin jersey. So I'm like, that was the last time that I was really watching any, and I think I said college football. I'm just now waking up, y'all, so you're going to have to excuse me. But anyway, yeah, hell of a game for both sides. Chris Beard's team, and then also Calipari. You always know Coach Cal can coach with the best of them. His resume speaks for itself. Cool, whatever. The game started off, the defensive, well, first off, just the will and the competitiveness of, I forget the guy's name from Ole Miss who started off on A cuff. Great job defensively. I mean, what Chris Beard did is what teams should do going up against any star player, which is show them multiple bodies, and we're gonna have to help off of our guy and just make him see as many bodies as possible, as many defensive coverages as possible. But just the one-on-one defense at the beginning was great from the guy who started off on A cuff. I think he stole it from him twice in transition, and we all know that's where Darius Acuff is the most lethal. I mean, he's a 3-level scorer. He can get it done at any level, but him in transition is just a different animal. And the guy who started off on him, the player who started off on him, he wish I knew his name because I feel shitty, and especially with the defensive job that he did starting out on Acuff. But yeah, he ripped him twice in transition, and both of those ended up in transition buckets, so that was good. This game, you could really see that Darius Acuff struggled. I think he only had 5 or 6 points at the end of the first half. So just the way that Ole Miss was not only being with him in terms of physicality, but also just showing him as many people as possible, being in help, ready to help over and help the helper and rotate. Just the defensive strategy from Ole Miss is what's not only kept them in this tournament, but kept them in this game with Arkansas, because they did a phenomenal job on Acuff. Granted, he ended the game with 25 points, but that was a hard-earned 25. I think he took 22 or 23 shots to get it. At one point, he was like 7 for 21. And this is actually, speaking of Acuff, so I wanted to give props to Ole Miss before. I know they lost the game, of course, but just the effort that they gave, not only defensively, but just to make this a game was awesome. So I just want to give props to them, of course. Next, I'll kind of talk. And while I'm at Ole Miss, before I move to Arkansas, let's fully talk about Ole Miss and not just, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to kind of hop back and forth. So, yeah, great job starting out. Great job as a team defensively. AJ Storr, seeing the player that he's come into. Wisconsin, the last time that I seen him, like I said, he was at Wisconsin, and he was kind of getting used as kind of like a Cohen Carr with a way better jump shot. No disrespect to Cohen Carr. But yeah, when he was at Wisconsin, he was mostly like just an athletic drive to the basket guy who can hit threes occasionally if you need me to. But now he's got that off the bounce game and that step back. So props to AJ Storr, huge bucket in regulation to take it to overtime. I also put that a little bit too on Richmond, because I don't know why he was pressed up on him so hard, but still, that's a great off. You got to give props still to AJ Storr. So definitely a good game from him. Malik, great game from him. I think the announcer said it too. I wasn't really too familiar with his game. I've heard of him a little bit over the season, but just a little bit inconsistent. So great job coming out here today. He was locked in early, doing what he needs to do. And lastly, I was definitely impressed with Travis Perry. Um, Not a real flashy guy or a guy who can get it done one-on-one, but he is always able to make the right play. Sometimes he's driving into the paint, penetrating, and he had one dish he drove in, no look bounce pass inside, or no look shovel pass inside for a dunk. Not really a flashy guy, like I said, but he's always there and he's always able to hit the shots that you need him to hit and make the plays that you need him to make. He hit so many threes, so many big time shots, and it just seems like that's a guy who is always able to make the right play, and he did that today. Phenomenal job. Of course, he can't guard Acuff, but fuck was expecting him to. Be for real. But just on the offensive end, great game from him. Able to hit shots, make the right play, make the right pass, just get it done. Great job from Travis Perry, definitely. So props to Chris Beard's team and Ole Miss. Those guys definitely showed out. I'm not too sure. Like I said, I haven't really watched this much this season, so, and I really don't get into Selection Sunday because for me, I always take the angle of like, it's March. So, like, I never really gave a fuck to watch Selection Sunday because seeding never mattered because it's March Madness. Like, so that's the whole, like, purpose and point of March Madness. This crazy shit happens. Underdog stories, Cinderellas. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, I really don't get into, oh, like, they're this seed or they should be the one seed. Like, all that. I'm not rapping about who should be the one. I don't care. Like, that's dumb as fuck. So yeah. So if Ole Miss makes it, I'm not sure what Ole Miss looks like, their tournament standings or what they got going on, but if they make it into the tournament, they're a very dangerous team who can go at it with the best of them, not only with their defensive prowess, but with their elite shot making and with their physicality. So great job today from Chris Beard's team. You just came up short, and guys just made clutch plays when it mattered and just made more plays than you did in the end. Definitely props to them. So now I'll move on to Arkansas. First, I'll start with Darius Acuff. This is my first game, my first full game. I actually watched the first half of the Oklahoma Sooners game the other day, but then I had work, and I work overnight, so I had to go to sleep. But this is my first full game watching Darius Acuff. Heard a lot about him. Definitely impressed with him. And I know this game, like I said, he didn't have the best game. So I know you're probably thinking, how are you impressed with him? Him being a young guy, him being a freshman, usually at guys his age, if they're having a bad game offensively or specifically scoring, those guys are not a factor in the game. So that's one part of his game that I was very impressed with, is that he's able to affect the game in other ways. Although he struggled with his shot making early and they were kind of shutting him down early and showing him multiple looks, different coverages, he found a way to affect the game. Okay, so let me affect the game with my passing. Cool. Oh, is that Brazil under there? Cool, I'm going to throw him a lob. Oh, there go Richmond. I'm going to throw him a lob too. Earlier in the game, he's having 3 or 4 assists. First half, he's having 3 or 4 assists from just keeping his head up, being that dangerous player in transition that he is, finding his bigs and affecting the game with his passing, you know what I'm saying, in transition. So I was impressed with him not mentally wavering and allowing himself to be like, oh, okay, it's an off game. Because usually guys, and I won't even say young guys, because it's guys, niggas in the league is out there doing that. You know what I'm saying? Other niggas in college is doing that. So I don't want to say like it's a young guy thing. I mean, I've even done that shit before where I've went out, played like shit, can't hit a shot, and I've just been like, fuck this. Like, I don't feel like affecting the game, rebounding, playing defense, getting in the passing lane, woo-woo. Like, I don't feel like doing that. Fuck this. So that's definitely commendable on Darius Acuff part. And then, like I said, heavy on just not wavering mentally. And I say that because, like, he started in that second half, even though he was still struggling to get and find his jump shot, he figured like, hey, let me keep going to the line. So he went to the free throw line probably 3 or 4 times and just got to the line and seen it fall through a couple of times. It ended up only missing one free throw, which was at the end of the game in overtime, but got to the line and it got him to where he was able to kind of find that rhythm and see it go through. So, and he just stayed aggressive, stayed to the rim. He knew he was going to see multiple bodies. They were going to help when he would beat Perry or whoever else was guarding him. But he just knew, I just got to focus on finishing. I got to focus on continuing to be aggressive and just really key in. So very impressed with Darius Acuff. I know he struggled today, and he's probably not proud of the work that he put forward, but definitely a good game for him. Next, I want to bring up Malik Thomas. Jeez, man. Way to show up when your guy is struggling or having a night. Malik Thomas was on fire today. Silky smooth jump shot, high release, and just a guy who is confident. Also another freshman, him and Acuff being that two-headed snake, or they usually say three-headed snake. So him and Darius Acuff being that two-headed monster. Nigga, did they say three-headed monster? Him and Darius Acuff being that two-man tandem. him and Darius Acuff being that two-man tandem are just, it's definitely electric to see those guys, at their age be not only so poised, but so confident. I think he had one play where he kind of got it on the left wing, going to the corner and lost it, and turned, got it, went the opposite way and shot a three, going back to his right side to the top of the key. And I was just like, to me, I was like, that was a dumbass shot, but it's just like the confidence to take dumbass shots is like being a nigga that used to do this shit and just, I don't know, just knowing how mentally like this is and like the approach and like mentality you have to have, it's just like woo woo. So yeah, definitely confident. And he was on fire tonight, really efficient, and just showed up when Darius Acuff struggled. And in order to, win the championship game that they're going to play, but not only win the championship game, but in order to advance in March, he's going to need to do that because teams are going to watch this film and they're going to say, hey, even though like I said, like this shit is elementary, like you niggas should have already been doing, you know what I'm saying, giving Darius Acuff, like don't let, some niggas are so good, we're not letting them go one-on-one. Like, granted, if it's in the league, like it's so many niggas in the league and niggas be creating super teams, so it's like I can't really help off of my guy to go double and show him as many bodies as possible because the motherfucker I'm guarding is so talented, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't really do that shit in the league, but in college, like a little bit more role players, they usually have one guy, two is stretching it, but some teams do. So it's like you could really just figure that out. But they should have been doing this. But there's going to be teams who are going to watch this film and say, show him multiple looks, have a big sitting there loitering around the paint and with high hands, wall up, and just help the helper and rotate. So there's going to be teams that are going to do that. And Malik Thomas is going to need to be that guy to step up like he did tonight. But he's going to have to do it on a more consistent basis because teams are going to start trying to implement Chris Beard's and Ole Miss's game plan for tonight in the future, which is only my guess. If these niggas were smart, I don't know. I'm just a nigga on the couch. I don't. I'm speaking in the comfort of my home. What do I know? Little old me. But yeah, cool. So I talked about Darius Acuff, Malik Thomas. Yeah. I mean, Arkansas as a whole, they did good. You got to bring up what's his name? Well, first off, you always have to bring up Trey. What's his name? Trey or Trent Brazil? Is it Brazil or Brazil? I've been saying Brazil because that shit's hard. But if I'm fucking up your name, I'm sorry, gang. Yeah, he's always gonna give you a smooth 13-8. Be a great defender and be a guy who runs the floor. So great job from him doing his job today. DJ came in and just gave decent minutes. You know what I'm saying? Which is what they need from him. And especially with Acuff struggling, and Malik Thomas kind of holding down the fort, you kind of need good minutes from a DJ Wagner coming off the bench, facilitating, and if he can, being aggressive, getting an easy, you know what I'm saying, an easy bucket here or there, just finding guys open. But it was just, you could feel, it was moments and times. That's one thing I will say is like, this Arkansas team is still young, so it's moments and times where they lapse judgment and do stupid shit. Like, it was 78-72, and Ole Miss is running in transition. Darius Acuff is guarding Perry in the corner, and he helps off to try to stop the layup, and the guy just dishes it off to Perry in the corner to now make it a one-possession game instead of what would have been a two-possession game had you just let him have the layup. But it's like, it's like little freshman shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like little dumb shit. Or like I said, Richmond picking up full court, which even if you pick up full court, that's fine. But like body to body on some Ace Hood shit, like, no. You know what I'm saying? That's Steph Curry and maybe a little bit less time is on the clock. It's like, okay. But with 5 seconds, I feel comfortable enough to, you know what I'm saying, at least start off from half and go from there. If he feels like he finna chuck this bitch from half court, I'm going up. If he feel like he want to make a move on me and, you know what I'm saying, get to the Baja or get to a pull-up or some shit like that, then we gonna go from there. But definitely a good game from both sides. And also I want to mention, too, from Arkansas, what's the nigga's name? The light bright nigga with the fro, who's the big and who be their lob threat. The same thing that I said about DJ Wagner. I think he's number like 21 or something like that. Same for him. The same shit I said about DJ Wagner, which is you don't need him to come in and do anything special. Just come in and give us great minutes and play your role. He came in, Darius Acuff threw it up to him in transition, and he got the dunk. Next time he threw him a lob in transition. So it's like just coming in and playing your role, being that lob threat guy to get up on the rim, to run in transition, run the floor with your head up, run your lane, stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be that guy. So I definitely want to give props to him because he had a hell of a game, just coming in and having an impact on the game. But yeah, shit, really not too much. I think they're about to play, like Arkansas is advancing. They're playing Vanderbilt. I heard Vanderbilt beat the shit out of Florida, which is kind of hilarious. But I mean, shit, the tournament's in Nashville, so I mean, I know they showed the fuck up. Props to Vanderbilt. Anyway, though, I'm about to watch another game. I think I don't know who they says about to play. I think Houston is their conference championship. It's Houston and somebody else. I know Houston beat BYU. I watched the first half of that game also the other day. AJ DeBonsa and Kingston Flemings. Which I was really impressed with AJ DeBonsa. Him and Rob Wright, what they've been doing this year is just crazy. And definitely hope that Flip Sanders recovers, or Saunders, however you say the nigga last name, because the fuck wants an ACL injury, and knock on wood or some shit. Bro, I fucked up I'm not even going to get into I fucked up my ankle so bad. Like, I ain't been to the gym, hooped, worked out, done nothing in a minute because I fucked my shit up terribly. Like, I thought I fucked some shit up. Like, not on some, like, low ankle sprain, high ankle sprain, nigga. I thought I was, I thought I was going to get my shit amputated. My shit was done. Anyway, but yeah, that's the end of this one. I'll probably watch another game. If I do, I'll be on here. If not, y'all will see me whenever. But I just wanted to give y'all something because y'all ain't seen me in, I don't know, probably this time last year. Don't forget to like and subscribe, though. Shares to the teams, players, your friends, whoever. And I'm out.